So, previous videos I have showed you how to solve the Rubik's Cube, a 3x3x3 basic Rubik's style cube. I have showed you how to solve the 2x2, which is basically the 3x3. If you have any inkling how to solve this, you should be able to solve this. Now it's time for a change. I'm going to throw in what we call the Skewb cube. And how that is spelled is Skewb. That's how it's spelled. Love it or hate it, that's how it be. So, when dealing with this cube, this is probably the easiest one to solve, and I almost consider this easier to solve than the 2x2 from in a previous video here. Because basically all this is just a bunch of downs, ups, rotates. It's easy here. And so, just giving this a bunch of random scrambles here, I'm looking away from my hands at the moment, just doing this, trying to spin it around, hopefully mess up the cube a bit here. So, now that it is completely scrambled, and most of you are wondering what the heck is going to happen here, well, we're going to solve it, and I'm going to walk you through the steps. As with the previous videos, try to solve the white face first. If you're genius enough to be color neutral and can work from any angle going any direction, brilliant, lucky you. I am not exactly color neutral yet, so I work white face and outwards. Now with these, you tend to build layers. You tend to solve the face, next layer, last layer, organize. But this, there's really no layers. So what we're going to do, we're going to look it around, we're going to locate your white face. We're going to load up a corner. This first part should be relatively easy, and it will give you a chance to get a feel for how the cube behaves. And so, when adding in your white corners here, try to make sure that the faces match, like the green matches the green. We have orange here, so we need to get this white one down over there. That now matches. Now we have blue that needs to go in. I got this in fewer moves than usual. If it takes you a little while to get to this point, pause the video. When you get there, I'll be ready for you to continue. But try to solve your white face with matching corners. Don't worry if these do not match those. Don't worry about that yet. If one happens to match, it's probably going to get messed up in the next turn anyway. So don't worry. So, now that you've completed the white face, we are going to move that to the bottom. Now, most cubes, like say the Rubik's Cube here, 3x3x3, the moment you turn the white face upside down, you'll see at least the yellow center facing you. We do not have the yellow center here. That is not how this cube works. This cube, if you look at it this way, works on a 3x triangular method here. So we find our white face, we put it down, don't worry about the colors just yet. Now we look for the yellow corners, because there's only 4 yellow corners. If they are not in this position, this is kind of the lucky pose here. I've managed to skip a step here by chance. If your yellows do not look like that, pick an angle, preferably a yellow facing you, that just seems to maybe work out another turn or two sooner. Find a yellow facing you, perform this move here. Down, you're looking at your whites on the bottom here. Find the side that faces you. You're going to go down. You see how that kind of moves down on you? You're going to go down, down. I'm moving it back so I don't lose my place here, but go one click down, 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 and then when you're down, you go up, up. Okay. So, down, down, up, up. And if you might find it easier to put one finger here, one finger here, one finger here, kind of rest the cube in your hand and do down, down, up, up. And when you've done that, if it doesn't happen this first time, do it again, and you should have this, where you have 2 yellow headlights, 2 yellow parking lights. You should have a yellow here, directly opposite of that, a yellow. Flip it over here, you have 2 yellows. You should end up with that sooner or later. It could be facing this way, it could be facing any direction. Does not matter. You've made it. Now, point the headlights at you. Done that? Good. Now point them to your right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do what we just did earlier. We are going to do down, down, up, up. Now we have a top layer solved and the white should be undisturbed. So what we do now, and at this point, with them all being on top, doesn't matter which direction you go. You could stay in the face that you've already been with. Down, down, up, up. Look around. There should be a yellow corner touching a yellow. Go down on that face, down, up, up. So now we have 2 sides solved. We have the yellow solved. We have the white solved. We happen to have the red solved. Don't worry about that. That's okay. Don't worry yet. Now what I'm looking for is between the 2, find a color that you want to drop in that matches. Because like green does not match here. Green's all the way over here. Blue's all the way over here. Best one to me looks to be the orange. Pick a color though. It doesn't matter. So we want to move this up into here. So we make the directly opposite color our face. Don't worry what color it is, just make that color your face. We go down, down, up, up. Now here's where we got to do an extra step. We rotate 180 degrees, so now our orange is our face again. See how we got that corner in there like we did with the yellow? Down, down, up, up. And the cube is solved. I was watching a video of a guy teaching how to solve the Skewb cube, and there's this one method that he was showing, and it just kind of irked me a little bit because it didn't make a lot of sense, and I kind of stumbled upon this method, which is similar to what he was doing, but not exact, and I kind of want to show this because I find this one to be easier. And so having scrambled the cube again, we'll walk you through the steps and see if I happen upon a different scenario this time. We're going to locate our white square. We're going to load in our white corners. But again, we want to have them match. So just spend a few moments looking around and load up your corners. Make sure that the corners match. I got the headlights again. I kind of wish I'd come across a different scenario so that I could show you what's going on. I apologize for that. But if you happen to have the headlights like this, and you happen to have yellow touching one of those, make that your face. Do your down, up, up, and we have 2 sides solved. Yes, there's 3. Do not worry about the center sides here. Those do not matter at the moment. We're just worried about yellow and white. So now we look around, and I want to move green up into the green triangles. So I go opposite side of green. I do down, down, up, up, rotate 180 degrees. We should now see a little house here, green square with a green roof. Down, down, up, up. And doing so solves the cube. I'm not the best at explaining how or why things work. I apologize for that. But I hope that seeing this gives you some idea of how to solve this cube. You acquire the white side. You look to make it the yellow face. And then once having made both faces, you have your faces on one on your right side, have another face on your left side, and go through and look at what color you want switched. Do your down, down, up, up, flip 180 degrees, down, down, up, up. And if it's not solved, then just continue doing the down, down, up, up, flip, flip, yada, yada, until it's solved. And to show you again, we'll just start popping in corners. And I'm going to try to mess things up just a little bit here, at least. Give you guys a fighting chance here. You see how corners do not match? This is not what you want. So, we go through and we try to straighten out said corners until they match. And I got the headlights again. It is going to be your more common scenario to have your headlights, but usually you'll have like a yellow here, a yellow here, a yellow here, and a yellow facing out. It can vary. And just find a side, do your down, down, up, up, until you hit this point where you have 2 parking lights, 2 headlights. Point your headlights off to your right. And since we happen to have yellow here and the yellow's on the other side, I'm going to try this because I have not had this happen yet. I'm going to go left down, right down, left up, yellow up. See, that works too. I never tried that. That never happened to me. So if you happen to see, after having made your white face and you have the headlights and the yellow happens to be touching a yellow corner, line that corner up and go down, down, up, up, starting from that corner there. Now I'm looking around. None of the middle things are solved here. So I'm going to pick one that goes 90 degrees over into the next spot. I'm going to pick red. Have the orange facing me because that happens to be the color. I'm going to go down, down, up, up, rotate once, twice. We should now have a red house. Go from the roof to the basement, down, down, up, up. Now we have several sides solved. Now we just need to put the orange into the orange. You could do blue into blue. You could do blue into green. Try to do a color that goes 90 degrees over into the next. Like I could do blue into blue. I could do orange into orange, but I cannot really do green into green. So we line up our colors, color that you want to move towards you, away from you. Roof to basement, roof to well, that can happen, don't panic. Roof to basement, basement to roof, basement to roof. Flip, find which corner matches, go from roof to basement, roof to basement. That happens, do not panic. And now my cube is solved. And if you're not solved yet and you still got 2 colors, you'll probably notice that those 2 colors share the same colors. Like that'll be a green center, green corners, yellow center, orange center, orange corners. That's fine. Just, roll with it. It's not going to hurt you. The cube does not bite you. Unless you bought a haunted cube from a haunted area, I don't know. But it's all down, down, up, up, And then towards the end, you have to add the flip, down, down, up, up. And you've got the cube. And it's just, this thing is just so fun to just mess with. And yeah, it slips on you. That happens. But, you know, it's just such a fun little cube to play with. And out of my puzzle cubes that I have, this one's the easiest one to work on, to me. And something that some of you might not be aware of is a proper cube should have proper coloring. And what I mean by that is like a 6-sided dice, how opposite sides add up to 7. A proper cube should have blue opposite of green, red opposite of orange, and then white opposite of yellow. If you buy a cube, if you like practice on all of these, which have proper sides, and you buy a Dollar Tree cube, which Dollar Tree does have some cheap puzzle cubes, they've got like 2 blues of different colors, and the blues are adjacent to the greens, like what you see here with the white, orange, and green. Those would be light blue, dark blue, green, and it's just not fun to look at. But these are all speed cubes. Now this is not the best speed cube out there. This looks to be an older model. But these are Skewb speed cubes that you can buy at Walmart. I would recommend going to the Speed Cube store. I'll put a link for that down below. And you buy some cubes there. There's some expensive cubes here, but most of them are under $20. And they're all fantastic cubes. I'd recommend getting one of the magnetic cubes. Those things look good. I have one ordered and on the way. We'll see how that goes. I'll post a video on that soon when it shows up. But so far, these are the puzzle cubes that I know how to solve. I enjoy solving them. I am hoping to get faster at them. And I hope that my videos have helped you at least start grasping how these things work. And I hope it sparks a bit of an interest in puzzle cubes. So with that said, thank you for watching this video. Hope you found it useful and informational. Hope it helps you solve your puzzle cubes to your standards. And until the next time, farewell, carry well, and bye-bye.